Hello friends and family of YouTube. Hope y'all are having a good day. Well, I'm up here working on my commercial property, trying to get it ready to either rent it out or sell it or whatever. So doing a little bit of work on some siding today. Let me show you what I got. Please bear with me a little bit today. It's going to be windy, so I know you're going to get a little bit of wind noise. Just wanted to give you a fair warning. But anyway, this is what I'm dealing with. You can see that the siding has got some rot. This is actually the blackboard underneath the siding. So it's bad in a lot of areas, but mostly down at the lower section. So I'm going to put up some metal siding on here today. I've got me a little helper. I don't know how much help she's going to be though. She's cute. She just don't work too hard. They're right, Muppet. Only piece that's really gonna give me any problems is I've got to remove this socket cover here, and then I had to put the sheet on and put the cover back on. That's the only piece I'm gonna really have to cut out around doing this entire side. So got 16 sheets of metal, and let me go ahead and get some of them put on, show you what it looks like with them on here. Well, I've got a couple of boards put up here already. Well, sheets of metal, I should say. Let's see, I believe I got 4 pieces up already. So it's actually going pretty quick. I'd imagine maybe an hour and a half I'll have this whole thing done. Well, I'm glad to have this getting behind me too. I'm telling you, I've really been worried about it. With all that rot down there and like that hole I showed you earlier, I just don't know how much longer this building was gonna take a beating before I ended up with bugs getting in it and a bunch of other problems. So glad to have it going. Have the siding going up now. Well, here's what it looks like finished. I got the whole side done. Just got to do some more work on the other sides of the building. Get away from this wind if I can. One thing I've got to do pretty soon is the roof. Let me lift this camera up where you can see. I've probably got about 40 shingles that are broken off of there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely have to do a roof on here, but I just can only afford one thing at a time. So I got the siding done. It cost me right at I think it was $325 for one side. So I'm planning on doing the other side just like this side, and then on the front I will do an awning, and on the back I'll do an awning. That way I don't have to cut around all the windows and doors. And of course I'm going to have to do a roof, but I think the roof will be the next thing that I do. Let me show you what I'm talking about on the front. See, if I put an awning over the front, that will help protect around the windows and doors, and plus people can get in without getting rained on or snowed on or whatever, and make it a little more pleasant of a appearance on the front as well. Little Muppy said that she's a country girl. She don't like all this city noise. She ready to get out of here. By the way, she didn't help me one bit today. I thought she was going to be my little helper, but she didn't help me any. But she is cute. Well, some of you may be interested to see how I buy some of the stuff that I do. Right now I'm doing an online auction and bidding on some things. So let me show you a little bit about what I got going on here. So I'm bidding on this item here, and it's basically a closet and some items in the closet, everything in there. And it doesn't look like anything is of a great value. When you look at it just by the pictures here, you've got some old purses and of course some hangers and a hamper and a necktie. But this right here, this is a bag that is Pan Am, and it barely shows that by just the AM right here. And when I went on to eBay and looked these up, these are selling anywhere from 10 to 50 bucks. I've noticed a lot of items in this house this estate, a lot of stuff is from Germany. So I would imagine these people must have traveled quite a bit. And this is also like a, it says Europe Orient on here, so, and around the world. So I would imagine this is another travel type case similar to this Pan Am. But it looks like all three of these are stuffed with something. So I'm just taking a gamble that these are going to be travel bags from different places around the world. Okay, so that lot of stuff that I just showed you, right now I am the high bidder at $5, and this auction's going to be ending here in about 2 hours. I've also got a lot of radios that I'm bidding on, and you can see that there's several radios, and even some of the older CD players. I'm trying to remember what they call these things. Anyway, they're like a personal CD player. So on these radios here, I would probably sell those in my booth for about anywhere from $8 to $15, depending on if they work. If they're just looking at models, I'll get $8. If they do work, I'll get $15. This is a Washington Redskins radio, so I could not find any of these on eBay, but I would assume if I sold that on eBay, I should be able to get, I'm thinking, anywhere from $15 to $30. So I'll aim high and take what I can get. These radios down here, usually these sell for about $5 to $8. These are kind of common, but they do sell pretty quick, so $5 to $8 on them. I think right now I've got the entire lot at $10, so that won't be a huge money maker, but you never know. I can't tell what's going on here, and that's part of the thing about doing these online auctions, is a lot of times you're taking a gamble. And you know, that's part of the fun, but I always make sure that I've got enough money in what I'm bidding on to cover my gamble. Now, here is something that I do not normally do, is baskets. These things are very hard to sell. But nobody else is bidding on these, so right now I'm high bidder at $3. If I can get all of these for $3, and I will cull out the real bad ones, and I will take every one of these to another auction Monday and drop them off. So I'm buying these in Alabama, and I will take them to Tennessee and drop them off there. So I would think that these will sell a lot better in the Tennessee location versus this Alabama location. So it's kind of funny that just 50 to 100 miles away can actually make a pretty good size difference in what sells and how much it sells for. So anyway, I'll just show you some of the stuff that I'm bidding on, just on these. I think right now this lot I've been outbid, and I was outbid on this radio too. I like to carry radios. Those are good sellers. I went up to $6. It does state that it does not work. Somebody has bid $9 on it. This clock here, I looked up this company name. I guess that's pronounced Dugina. That company actually gets pretty good high dollar on their stuff on eBay, so I will probably actually put that on eBay as opposed to putting that in my booth. Right now I've got that at $6, and when I say I have it right now, you know, with there being 2 hours left, I could be outbid at any minute. This lot right here is I've got this at $3, and this is a footstool, and this is a corner table. If that table is what I think it is, I should be able to get $50 for that easy at Nashville Flea Market, and I will just throw the footstool away. And here's a cool military hat. All of these little medals on here are actually Russian, and I can read a little bit of Russian and speak a little Russian, so it was kind of neat to see these little pins. But anyway, right now I'm high bidder at $9 for that. This is 7 boxes full of German books, and I've got it going at let's see, $5. So I will easily make my money back on that. People will buy it just because of the German writing on the outside. They basically will just buy them for decorative use. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit of what I do and how I go about getting some of my inventory. And you know, I don't like to deal with glassware, but if I can buy it as cheap as some of this stuff's going for, I do. I usually like to deal with fans and radios, and I think these wooden skis are going to be pretty neat too. But anyway, tomorrow I'll be going to pick this stuff up in the sleet and the snow, and I'll be putting some of it up for sale Monday in Tennessee. So we'll see how good I do on return on my money. Well, as I said, I am glad to have that siding job put behind me now. Man, I have been dreading doing that, and been needing to do it for probably about, I don't know, a year or so. One of those things, I don't have any good excuse for putting it off. It didn't take that long. Matter of fact, what's kind of funny to think about is every time I have thought about doing something, whether it's I'm going to paint a building or do a roof job or something, and I always think it'll only take me a little while. I always miss it by 50% of the time. You know, it's like I might think that the job might take 4 hours and it ends up taking 6 to 8. This was one job, probably the only job I've ever done in my life, where I hit it right on target. I know that I thought this job would probably take me 2 to 3 hours, and that's about what it took. So yeah, here I am, 49 years old, and I finally did something on time. And if you look behind me here, you can see I did get me some more firewood. Did some trading with my brother, and got that from him. And this is all seasoned and ready to burn, so it's gonna come in handy. It's 68 degrees today. I'm wearing short sleeve shirt outside and love it. 68 degrees right now, but they're saying tomorrow at this same time it's gonna be 26 degrees. Going from 68 to 26 overnight. Isn't that crazy? Well, I'm really looking forward to getting back into the RV again. I've got a couple of shows that I'm booking right now, trying to get. One of them is actually in early February. I'm not sure if I'm going to be staying in the RV for that show, and I really don't like the idea of staying in a hotel. Man, after having my own little house to take with me, man, hotels just don't seem the same anymore. I used to really look forward to staying in a hotel, but after all the horror stories that I've seen over the years, and some of those that I've seen on the news and other TV shows, it's like, I'll bring my own hotel. This hotel's American owned and operated, and I'm okay with that. So anyway, I've got an early February show, and there's also one kind of early of March that I'm looking at doing, but that one is actually quite a bit of a drive. It's 7.5 hour drive. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. You know, the thing that I'm concerned with is my van has 285,000 miles on it. So filling the van up with a whole bunch of junk, pulling a house behind you, I just don't know about doing 7.5 hours. You know, that's a lot to ask of the old girl, and man, that thing break down on the side of the road somewhere, that's just not cool at all. I've been trying to stay within a 2-hour range of home on these trips, but you know, I've got some friends that I can call, and I know a local wrecker service, but I don't think I could call and say, hey, I'm 7.5 hours from home, can you come get me? And I mentioned to you also a couple of videos back that I was going to be trying to go to a couple of RV shows. The shows that I just mentioned, those are shows where I would be selling antiques and junk on like a different type setting. But anyway, I did mention a few weeks back about going to some RV shows. I've got one coming up soon. It's going to be in Nashville, I think the 3rd weekend of January. So I do want to make that, and then I believe it's middle of February, we've got one in Huntsville, Alabama. So I'm still going to hope to make those as long as weather permitting. So y'all stay abreast for that. And also I'll be putting those on Dave's RV channel. So watching this channel, you get to see me and Purdy do whatever we're going to do for the day. But over at the Dave's RV channel, that is all RV related stuff. Anyway, folks, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, and I hope y'all have a great day. Hope you have a great week. Hope to see y'all soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.